And now it's time for
Coffee Talk
with Ashley and
Brittany.
She's getting it together here today. Thanks to EFB, which we probably need to drink more of. Since,
Yes.
Right? It's a beautiful day. We're really looking forward to some great weather. But today, we're going to spill the hot tea.
Yeah.
Like it's cold, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with.
Oh, I have a fun story to tell you. I feel like I'm still holding this
Cheers.
awkwardly.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Start
Okay.
Start your fun.
My fun story is I want to tell everyone how unprofessional I am.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, you know that United We feud that's coming up?
Yes.
And you kind of gotten me involved in that.
Yeah, there's a few of our Muddy Buddies involved. I'm really excited about this.
It's gonna be a good time.
So fun.
If they still want to have me after
I feel
all
like
of
this was just a minor faux pas. Is this what you told me about yesterday?
Okay, so I was filling out the email of just like letting her know a little bit about me, and in the subject line, my voice to text was still on, and I didn't realize it. So there's just like a whole ass conversation there in the subject line. In the subject line.
And you can't change that once it's...
Nope, apparently not. And
That's
so
awesome.
It's talking about the picture and how I was happy I wasn't drooling in it, and my dog is so effing cute, and this, and this. And the conversation was to Bob because we were driving to Hannibal to meet with some clients there.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to multitask and get this done while having, conversation about what I should have been doing and stuff like that. And use the voice to text.
Okay, so let me give you an out here because I never do. Luke does all the time. But here's what the new... my phone updated to the newest software, whatever. And now if you even accidentally click it, it stays on. And it used to be, I think you had to have like some intention to click it. Now it's like even if you brush it and then it doesn't go off after you stop talking, right? So it just stays on and continues to record.
I used to use it flawlessly. Maybe that's my problem because it's getting to the point where, this isn't the first time anything like that has happened, but this is the first time in my, for a professional email or whatnot. Mike gets the text all the time where I'm
rambling about drooling.
Yeah, it's like I'm just, or the voice text where it doesn't pick it up too.
Yeah.
I'll say also like when I'm referring to sequencing, it's always sequencing. It's sequencing.
Yeah,
it's sparkling.
Well, so that's why I don't use it because I think I'm faster at texting than I am to like speak and then go back and look for errors.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty picky about how things come off. Also, I text how I speak and how I think, which is in bubbles. So then it's like pause.
Yeah.
And who knows what I'm saying in the mix there because I too also multitask, which I think it's necessary these days. So hopefully, and
I think that's what that tool was set for. It just hasn't been tweaked completely.
Right.
And in my defense, I'm a mad texter, but I do feel like I'm constantly doing this. So it's kind of easier to just do this sometimes, especially when I'm supposed to be, when I'm multitasking. If I'm having a conversation or something like that and I can say, hang on 1 second, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I guess that's
instead
true.
of,
text, I do that all the time. I need to get better at that.
So, I don't know. I could...
Well, I think so.
I
Here's
can
what
learn
I know.
a thing or two.
Michaela is understanding. Probably got a good giggle out of it.
Yeah.
Also, now they know what they're getting for United We Feud, which is going to make it even more fun because you're going to bring some personality to it, and I think we all are.
Yeah.
We're ready. We're ready to feud.
I'm not ready to fight. I don't know what this.
Well, you're going to really have a good time. It is not only a great fundraiser for the United Way in our community, but it is such a good time. Last year it was at Washington Theater. This year it's going to be at the Ambiance. There's going to be more information to come, but it is, it was sold out last year and it was the first year. So this year I'm sure that they've honed in some things. I know that they have great contestants that are going to be included this year as they were last year. It's just a really great mix of people, who bring the fun and who show up for their community. Yeah. So it's going to be a really good night.
Well, speaking of learning,
I
think a lot of us had quite the learning experience this past Sunday when we watched the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes. All right. Overall feelings.
I think well, first of all, I had like no issue with the halftime show. I thought it was good. It went well. Mm-hmm. I see the controversy. I mean, I hope everyone sees the controversy, and yes, especially the both sides. So, like, in regards to this Super Bowl, it was obviously, let's first take the elephant out of the room. Everything that this was planned. Anytime a halftime show that creates controversy or creates anything that is of
that people are talking about.
Yeah.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Purposeful. Yeah. Janet Jackson's nipple, Rihanna being pregnant. I mean, I'm not saying that they got her pregnant, but they decided to have a pregnant woman floating from the air.
It caused a stir.
Yeah, conversation. Mm-hmm. So this did, just that and just what it was intended to do. So I do notice that, like, anytime I see one party say something about the other party, and also to say that this was entertainment, it still had so much politics behind it. So back to the one party, they're reduced to saying the other party's most atrocious motives. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just focusing on the absolute worst. I do think that some of the people that had a problem with it might have been racist. However, I don't think that that's the point the finger and you say, oh, you didn't like it, you're a vile racist. No. That's not the way to look at it. I think the reason why most people opposed it is because of the mere fact that they didn't understand it. There were no subtitles, and that was all by design as well. And I think what this, is showing is that, America is adapting to, like, another culture. Mm-hmm. We are being Latinized, and some people might look at that as it's a bad thing. And I think any country, anywhere where somebody's coming in and maybe, introducing their culture. I don't want to say introducing, because the culture of Latin has been in America and in American music since the 30s and the 40s, but it was always kind of like a spice on the table. It wasn't the mainstream, the real thing. Mm-hmm. So anybody would have feelings that, like, when another culture is coming into their culture, and maybe even, for example, taking it over, they're going to be a little hostile. And I also think that if you ask anybody in the world, if you wanted a worldly culture, what would it be? They would say their own, provided it's not like a destructive culture. Yeah. And I do think that there are some destructive cultures. Yeah. A lot of which, my last thought with that is, we have a negative feeling or flow in our mouth about this Latinization, because right now we are experiencing illegal immigration, ICE, this and that. Yeah. So, I can understand people's fear behind the message.
Do you think that fear is driven by my overall feeling? And if you weren't done, we could go back.
No, it's fine.
But it is heavily politicized on purpose.
Yeah.
Whoever made these decisions made money. I don't care if people hated it. Mm-hmm. I don't care if they loved it. The people who made this decision made the right one, because it is controversial. As you said, it did make the money. It also was one of the most watched halftime shows ever. Now, whether that's attributed to this being one of the most watched Super Bowls ever, I don't know. But it was one of the most watched. I think that all of this is due to it being politicized. And the controversy online, the people who are trying to split off and get angry about it, that was the purpose. Mm-hmm. And the purpose is to divide, because whether we're dividing or not, it's still getting the attention. And then twofold, not only is it making a shit ton of money and getting a lot of viewers, it's also dividing us to the point where we're easier to
feed
control.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like twofold. And the people who don't see that the purpose was probably divisive.
Yeah.
If not to grow the ratings to other countries or whatever, I don't know, streaming. If they don't see that and they fed into it by arguing about it online, then they fell for the tactics.
Yeah.
And that's on both sides. But
it is absolutely on both sides.
So it's like, don't come at me with you're bigger and better, or, you know, you're smarter or more faithful or more American, because you're falling for the same divisiveness, whether you're on the side of ICE or on the side of immigrants. If you're allowing yourself to be divided on these and not see that both sides have pretty damn good points, right, depending on what case you're looking at, then you're falling prey to the tactics. Yeah. So you can have very strong feelings about the NFL, about ICE, about different cultures, but if you're allowing yourself to be divided on something as kind of simple as an NFL halftime show, then you're falling for it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I mean, that's how I feel about the whole thing. And when people talk about it, I thought the production was amazing. The little Easter eggs that we're learning about as we go, I thought the production value was outstanding. Did I understand his music? No, but was I still kind of bobbing along? Yes. One thing I didn't like was Lady Gaga's Spanish portrayal of her song. Like, that was...
Wait, she spoke in English, though. She
did, but she was rolling her R's and like making it, like giving it touches of the Latino culture. Yeah. And to me, I think that would make people more angry than
appropriation.
Yes. So then it's like, was that on purpose?
Well, there's I think a difference between appropriation and appreciation.
See, this is what I'm saying, and both sides can be true at the same time, right? But the little nuggets that we saw throughout the halftime show, I think, were just pretty incredible. One, we were talking about the bushes.
So God, there was so much people.
They were people, okay? And there was so much greenery that I didn't even notice it until I started seeing the things on Facebook. And then I looked into it, and the reason they did that was because it was faster to get the set onto the field.
To make them people?
Yes.
Would you have been a bush?
Hell yes, I would have.
I would have been a bush.
I would have been a shrub. I don't care what. You put me on that field during halftime, I'm doing it. I don't care who's performing.
Would you get married in front of the largest audience?
Yes.
Really?
Huh. Yeah. Just to say I did?
Nah.
Well, I mean,
what do you think the over-under is that they're going to stay together?
Well,
I wonder if that's one of the football bets.
It should have been a special, but from what I understand, they were getting married anyway, and then send out this invite to Bad Bunny.
And he's like, hey, let's make this part of the show.
I can't make your wedding, but you can make your wedding part of my show.
That's
which is
cool.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Right? And then I really, really liked the last part versus like fireworks and all the things where he was like, God bless America, God bless God bless Argentina. Like he was rolling off all these countries for a united front.
Yeah.
Right? And it is an American sport. The NFL is America, right?
It was good too, I think, and obviously thought out that he was carrying the American flag first in front of those other countries.
Yeah. It's nothing, no stone was left unturned, and every minute detail was on purpose. Everyone. Yeah. So, I mean, from the colors to the football jersey to all the things. I mean, it was just, it was all on purpose. So I hope that
he wasn't wearing a dress.
No.
And also, pop culture, I guess I didn't even realize this, that he dated Kendall Jenner for a really long time.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So, okay, let's end that topic with this. Do you think he's attractive?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
All right. Well,
sorry.
We got different tastes. That's okay. I think he's pretty attractive. I don't know if it was like...
I've had my share of Latin men.
That's true. Okay, that's true. Never mind. Okay, now I get it. I get it. Okay, well, next subject. Overall, I think the Super Bowl halftime show was a win. I do understand why people are upset. However, I urge you to kind of take a step back and think logically, free-minded. Am I upset on purpose, and who's telling me to be pissed?
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of I want people to get a little bit broader thinking.
I am not, again, like I had no problem. I'm not upset, but I do think there's an overall, message being sent here. Sure. And if you want to ignore it either way, that's on you.
Yeah. But. I mean, I don't think there's really much we can do about it. I mean, even yelling at the top of our lungs on social media doesn't do shit. And arguing with one another doesn't prove any point and nobody's going to say, you know what, you're right.
Being aware of your surroundings, though, is still, I think, something that
being aware of it, but I think that you say what's on your mind, I say what's on my mind, but then we should probably all take a step back and realize there's really way more important things to focus on, especially locally.
Yeah.
And one of those
Sports,
okay. But this ties into a significant loss our community faced this week, and that is the loss of Mr. Justin Haubrich. That, of course, obviously is not the Good News Brews that we're going to talk about, but what followed after is one of the most incredible shows our community has stepped up to give, and that is at a basketball game Sunday after Mass at St. Peter's, where Justin's son Eli was playing. His wife Michelle is the coach. Everybody showed up. The article that Josh Lawless wrote spoke so deeply to me that the goosebumps were never ending and the tears were flowing like I was there. It was an incredible article, as was yours, celebrating the life of Justin. I obviously, the community, his family is in significant mourning, but I think when we show up for their family and continue to remain steadfast in a loss like this, that is something that brings not only everybody who loved him close together and kind of maybe help them work through the challenging times that are ahead, but it shows the community who we really are when we need to be
a united front.
Absolutely. And I think that is what is important. That's why I selected it as Good News Brews, because I do think that in the face of significant loss or challenge or obstacle or division, there are things that bring us together, and unfortunately sometimes those are the most devastating things. But in a community like Quincy, the way we show up after those events makes me proud to be here.
Yeah.
So I think that's
very well spoken.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Coffee Talk is always fun. I love when we can talk about fun things that bring us all to the table, whether we agree on it or not. I think it's a good opportunity to be able to sit and chat about things that, whether you care about it or not, we hope you pay attention and right. And if you have any suggestions on what we can talk about next, always give us a shout. We're always looking for new things, right?
Sure. Right. Message us on Messenger, on our Facebook. You can comment right here below. Shoot me a message at my email. It's Brittany, BRITTANY, the letter A, BOLL @gmail.com.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Well, then on that note, I think that does it for today's Coffee Talk. Thanks, EFB.